Okay, here we go. And we are in game. Again, this is Viking War. On Baltic.
Mhm.
Here is Viper spawning at the top of the map in... Oh, he might take a while to find these sheep. Okay, now he's sending the villager to the south. Not awful.
Yeah, both finding in a good time.
Yeah, JorDan's slightly ahead, but not... Well,
Oh, look at Viper's
what is
TC.
this?
It's
Yeah,
so
what?
close to water.
Hmm.
It doesn't look good at all.
Hmm.
It looks bad.
Yeah.
It really does.
Well, he's obviously got the restarts if he wants to use them. We'll see what he chooses to do here.
Let's see. I think he wants some more scouting information, but I still think this is a huge disadvantage of being so close to water. Well, but still, it's not islands. Let's see.
Yep. Well, they're gonna. I think both players, even if they want to use a restart, they'll certainly wait for like the last possible second. You know,
Yes.
3:59. So we won't know for another minute or so here. Both players are gonna just at least play it out for a little bit. Well, I don't see any reason why JorDan would want to restart. But you never know.
Lumber camps coming up for both. It's also important on water maps to manage your villages efficiently, because some less skilled players maybe don't pay that much attention, but it depends a lot. Your wood income depends a lot on how efficiently you place your villagers on wood.
And it's funny, as you were saying that, I'm watching Viper's villager get trapped in his lumber camp. As if he may already know he's going to call a raid. I don't know. But maybe not. I don't think he is. He's got the boar back. I think he's just going to roll with it. Yeah, he is. He doesn't care. We're going. It's go time here. Doc is coming up for Viper. We're past 4 minutes. We're going to do it.
Okay.
Viper asking, did Viper find some sheep here?
Apart from being close to water, I don't see many. I don't think his map is bad, apart from it. What were you saying about sheep?
Yeah, Viper found some sheep like way to the right side of the map, and he's just asking if they were Jordan's, since you're not allowed to steal sheep. But they weren't, they're just extra ones, so you can see he's taking them around to bring back to his TC.
Yeah, on this map you usually have extra sheep. You always have them, actually. Okay, as far as I remember, Viper was first on Mediterranean, right? First to hit Feudal?
Yes, he was first hit Feudal, but JorDan got that third dock up like 20 seconds before Viper. So kind of canceled it out.
Yeah. Let's see how it turns now.
And then JorDan was able to keep his fishing alive longer, got the food advantage, got a significantly earlier castle, and then chose to actually land instead of try to get the War Galley Bodkin advantage on water.
You know, that game was a very good example of how you not only want to hit Feudal first, but also to keep your economy very efficient. Because Viper hit Feudal before JorDan, but JorDan's eco was slightly maybe better because he could, or he was simply faster, a few seconds faster, managing to produce more galleys and outnumbering, even though he lost his advantage after a while.
Very, well, maybe like 5 seconds ahead for Viper. But he's one pop behind again. Is he actually behind? No, he's behind a villager again. And this time it's like less time that he's ahead, I think. It looked to me like he is one villager behind. And I don't think he's 25 seconds behind or ahead in feudal time here. I could be wrong.
Well,
maybe I'm miscalculating something here.
I usually orient in games on time, not on pop. I know most people do pay attention at pop when you up, but I do pay attention on time. But maybe it has the way the way they click feudal has something to do with their style, because if they keep in mind the villagers' population, this might be the case why we see the same situation in two games. But I never paid attention watching Viper and JorDan.
Well, we'll see how this plays out. JorDan, did JorDan forget a house here? I think JorDan forgot a house here. Okay, never mind. There it is.
Okay.
I was trying to find it. Both players up at about the same time. But again, JorDan is one pop ahead.
But now we see a Viper having 3 dogs ready, and JorDan only has 2. And he has just started putting the 3rd dog.
Yeah, so this time it's Viper who's got the lead here. Kind of a little bit of a role reversal.
Yes, it's so much same, but vice versa.
Compared to the Mediterranean game, we'll see. We'll see what happens. As both players I think have 4 fishing boats. Yep. Slightly ahead with these 2 galleys is Viper, but he's going to be more ahead on that 3rd coming out of this dock. Let's see if he's not choosing to be aggressive. He's just sitting in front of his docks. Knowing the feudal times are pretty similar, he knows he's basically going to run into the same number of galleys, most likely. Although he's maybe not aware that the 3rd dock of JorDan is slow, so he's got the 2 to 3 advantage here. And now he can see. Oh, is he? Let's see how this goes. Is he going to try to get on the fishing boats now? He's going to keep going for that 1 galley. And now, now he's going to get on the fishing boat. He's going to be able to kill it. He takes out the fishing boat of JorDan. Yes, nice job by Viper there.
Indeed.
But now he's kind of running away. 5 galleys for each player, though. And we're right back to where we started. But again, the 3rd one coming in slightly faster for JorDan, or for Viper, who does have 6 to 5 here, trying to get forward and getting a good position on JorDan. But he does lose 1 fishing boat. Really good job by JorDan. Look at the way he's running around with those galleys, and now Viper is going to have to turn around and start attacking a different one. He's got to change it up here. Oh wow. Yeah. Even with the reinforcement right there and the slight number 3. Oh no, now he's really turned this around. I didn't see that coming. Man, JorDan stuck around there I think too long. He got maybe trying to be too cute. And now he is, well, he's back by his dock, so he's got the reinforcements. Now Viper's the one who's kind of outnumbered here. Well, no, it's 4-4.
Oh, he needs to back away right now. No, Viper lost the galley. He could have saved it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a little bit sloppy from really both sides. Not as sharp as we've seen them earlier in the match. Again, I mean, this match has gone on for some time. There have been some really long games. But now Viper's the one who's going right into the gut of these docks here against these galleys of JorDan, and he's outnumbered. He needs to be careful backing away. And he loses 1 galley in the process. He's in danger of maybe losing the fishing boats. No, he's not, because JorDan runs to the right side away from them. JorDan doing his best to try to get some good hits in on these galleys of Viper, who is... Oh, no, he's going to get right into those fishing boats! Oh, but JorDan doesn't choose to go for them, and he actually loses a galley in the process. Viper now with about 2 galley advantage, although these 2 and 3 and 4 will make up for it for JorDan. I hear the blacksmith for Viper. Fletching coming up.
If you check it, Viper chose to put his mill first, followed by blacksmith, and JorDan made different decision. He placed blacksmith and he placed his mill afterwards. This makes difference sometimes. But
really bad for Viper here. He just lost 2 galleys and a fishing boat without killing anything, and he now has to run his fishing boats away. He doesn't look like he has the numbers to deal with the numbers that JorDan has here, although JorDan's kind of playing it safe, kind of backing away. And he does lose 1 boat in the process here. Viper backing away towards his galley, towards his docks, regrouping here. Now he's coming forward. roughly even numbers here between the two players, but Viper is going to play it safe here, a little bit conservative, coming back towards his fishing boats. Both players kind of patrolling across from each other. Quick look at the eco. Neither player really in threat to get to
First
castle
rounds.
soon.
Yeah, it's
Slight advantage for Viper.
The time when they start farming usually. And I would actually, it is the moment when you choose either to put more pressure on your enemy or vice versa, or on the contrary, depending on how intense your micro is, because when you are farming, it usually involves more economy management, so you need to quickly switch to jump between your TC and your galleys, and back to TC and back to galleys. And as I see it, Viper is a faster player, and he would want to use the situation in his favor to put pressure, knowing JorDan needs some time to manage his eco, and this is the right moment when you can gain some advantage from him.
Yeah, when you're switching back and forth between controlling these galleys, trying to set up your eco to transition to the castle age, you are always just, you know, a second or less away of not paying attention from losing the water, from giving up a significant advantage, from running your galleys right into a bad situation, from getting outflanked, out-microed by your opponent. But that hasn't happened thus far. Both players keeping their galleys mostly alive. No significant victories for either player thus far. There, I said it. I don't know, someone was saying I say thus far a lot. I probably do. In any case, well, neither player really getting any good hits.
I don't see Viper flanking that much in this game, or did I miss it? Oh,
Viper's castle, yeah.
Check JorDan's transport ship coming.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's a bad spot.
Right on where the lumber camp is for Viper. He obviously sees it, turning around and starting hitting him with those villagers. Viper, by the way, is castling.
Yes.
JorDan, not quite clicked.
It's a horrible spot.
Oh,
He's gonna lose these villagers.
It's just not gonna work out for poor JorDan here. He's splitting out. Splitting up with those villagers, but they're being chased down. In the middle, JorDan maybe trying to do something with his galleys while Viper may be paying attention to what's going on up north in his base, but unfortunately it doesn't look like he has the numbers, and Viper's killing more so far. Not going good for JorDan, especially with his failed landing. He is now, as you can see, he has clicked up, but he's going to be behind, and he's losing water in a big way here. He's now turning around and just fighting. He lost so many galleys there. Oh, as he was maybe looking at what was going on up here. He maybe killed...
Why is he fighting?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why was he fighting?
It's funny because he, at least at north with his villagers, I think he let a wolf kill a villager or two of Vipers, but he's so far behind on water now. It's not gonna. Yeah. He's not gonna take water, and he's not gonna take land. Well, he's killed a lot of villagers here. Surprisingly, he's gonna kill a second villager here. Oh. And there was already like 2 that died to wolves, I think, and I think he's only lost 1. Although he did also lose his scout. But, I mean, it's obvious that Viper knows what's going on there. You can see that JorDan's trying to wall himself in so that he can get those buildings up. It's going to be tough for him.
He's in huge trouble.
Yeah.
In a big trouble.
There's Viper with those 2 remaining villagers just attacking that house. Viper putting up a barracks over to the right side of his gold mine, as well as that TC. JorDan just now hitting Castle Age. Well, Viper is gonna win water, and he may not need to even make more galleys than what he's got right here. Turning around and engaging. Unfortunately, not really a good position for JorDan, outnumbered and outpositioned. He does get these 2 archery ranges up. Does JorDan into the right side of Viper's base. But Viper's got a siege workshop up.
True.
And he obviously he's not going to be surprised this time when the knight just strolls into his lumber camp, like he may have been on the Mediterranean game. But we'll see. Siege workshop going up for JorDan as well as he tries to get his galleys in on the fishing boat. He actually kills one of them. Good job at that. He's actually probably going to get the second one as well. So pretty good job to make the best of a bad situation on water for JorDan there. 3 archers out for him, 4 now, and they are crossbows with bodkin arrow upgrade. Again, he managed to keep these 2 villagers alive, but it's similar to the Mediterranean game, except he's just in such a worse position.
Yeah.
I guess that means it's not similar. But Viper's ready this time. He's making a second mangonel. He's gonna have 2 mangonels ready on the right side without too many exposed villagers to the expos that are now trying to make their way up north. For JorDan, Viper sending his galleys down to the south along the docks of JorDan, who's actually got these 2 really weak. Oh my god! I think these 2 really weak galleys are actually going to take out a good number of fishing boats, depending on how quickly Viper can react. Possibly more worried about what's going on here over by his gold mine.
JorDan is actually not controlling this galleys.
No, JorDan!
He killed fishing boats by mistake.
You could kill all of those. Oh well. It probably won't make a difference in the long run, as these 2 mangonels over here by the right side of the main gold of Viper. Able to keep the peace there, thus far. 2. Town center going up for JorDan. Over. Oh, he killed that. He killed that deer.
He killed a deer.
What?
Yes.
Isn't that illegal? I don't think you're allowed to do that, JorDan. Just kidding. He's trying to sneak 5 of these expos up to the north, but Viper sees what's going on there, and yeah, not looking good for JorDan, who at least they both take out a mangonel.
Exchanged.
He also takes out a mangonel for an expo there, but you can see Viper's got his own expos waiting in the wings here, just behind the mangonels.
He has the numbers.
Yeah, it's, what, 65 pop for JorDan, 103 for Viper. I know JorDan has proved us wrong about games that look like they're going to be over quick, but seriously, this one's not going to go like an hour and a half, I don't think.
Yeah. The game was over when he lost his landing.
Yeah.
His forward.
Just such bad luck that Viper was, had his woodcutters over there, I was actually gonna say when he put his woodcutters over there, to the left of his TC, I'm like, well, that's right by the water. It's could be dangerous, but it actually worked out really well for Viper. Well, unfortunately, JorDan's now restrained to this town center he's got going. He's gonna move that mangonel.
His only hope would be, I think, to somehow get value out of these archers and mangonels, but the moment is lost already because Viper has his own mangonels and archers.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's not hit at all. He doesn't take any risk and any damage. So.
Yeah, it looks like what he's trying to do is just hope for lucky shots with his mangonels. Hope that Viper will allow him a brief mistake.
I would say he would need 10 lucky shots, one after another.
Yeah, I don't think one's gonna do it, you're right. But Viper, I mean, he's lost some mangonels, but that's as far as I think it's gonna go here. Just no real way for JorDan to make any significant progress here. Further into the base of Viper.
Viper is moving a bunch of his villagers outside his base on the left.
Oh yeah.
And that means he is, no, he's not he's not imping. Yeah, he's just aiming for the gold.
So many more X boats here for for Viper, who's now also switching to some Knights, recognizing that JorDan doesn't have kind of critical mass of those X-Boats. He can charge those Mangonels, as he is now doing with these Knights, and he is kind of distracting the Mangonel fire with the X-Boats, as you can see, and he did a good job of it. He only loses one X-Boat in the process, dodging that last Mangonel shot as he's taking out those remaining JorDan Mangonels with his Knights. Good job by him there. Castle's
He's going to call GG, I think. As soon as this castle is lost.
And Viper's putting up a castle right next to it. Doesn't look good, he says. Yeah. Well, that is game 5. Viper taking that. It's now 4-1 in his favor. We'll have at least one more map, but it will be the home map of Viper, since JorDan is now out of home maps. Let's take a quick look at the, whatever these things are called, achievements, those things. Yeah, so pretty unfortunate for JorDan to end up transporting right into the villagers of Viper, but I guess that's how it goes sometimes, I guess. So we'll move on to game, I don't know, 6? Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
I'm good at counting. Which is, as mentioned, going to be a Viper home map this time because JorDan is out of home maps since he finished 2nd in the league. He gets one less.
That's how the rule works. They all have a chance to play their home maps.
So, potentially last map here.
Huh?
Potentially the last map if Viper is able to win. Viper doesn't know it's his home map.
Potentially. I need to mute myself for a minute. Need to make a call.
Sure, no problem. Alright, I'm gonna play a quick ad here as they figure out what map they're gonna play. We'll be back shortly with the 6th game between Viper and JorDan here. Viper currently leading 4-1 in the finals of the Top Expert League tournament. A bit of a, teaser for the Clash of the Titans 1 vs. $120,000 tournament coming up starting in October, which, well, should be really exciting, to say the least. So I'll see you on the other side of this commercial with the next game. Looks like it's going to be Arena. Alright, so one of the rules of this tournament is if you are not the home map picker, if you're like, the other player, obviously, that's not picking the home map, on one of your opponent's home maps, you're allowed to pick a Civ War, any Civ you want, which is what happened here. This was Viper's home map. He chose to play on Arena, and JorDan chose to pick the Civs to play a Civ War. Oh no, a little lag here. So that's how we end up. As Huns War here on Arena in Game 6. JorDan versus Viper. JorDan in the blue here, spawning at the northwest part of the map. He has got really forward main gold right next to this wall, separating himself from the outside world. And, well, So the resources look pretty good. Where's his? He's missing. Where's? Oh, this is. Oh man, that's bad gold too. Two of his golds are in pretty bad location. One of his bores is outside the walls, but I guess it doesn't really matter since he can't get it stolen anyway. As for Mr. Viper, oh hey, welcome back. Yeah, so it's Hun's War on Arena. Which you probably figured out already. Both of Viper's boars and some of his sheep here are outside his walls.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, since he doesn't have to worry about them getting stolen, I guess. This boar is trolling him. The sheep can't get through this little passage. It's actually kind of funny. True. But yeah, so not thrilled with the gold placement of JorDan here. That front main gold and also one of his second golds or whatever. Outside of his walls to the front side of his base. Did I not update the score? Hold on. Oh yeah. There you go. My bad.
He's closing the hole immediately after taking the first bore.
Really? Does he not see the second one there?
Oh, he sees. I don't know why he's closing.
No, he doesn't see it. He doesn't see the second bore. Oh. Viper, what are you doing?
That's a trouble.
No.
Maybe I think he decided that the boar is stolen already, and that's why he switched to pushing deer.
He knows he can't have his boar stolen. He just assumed he just can't find it, but he didn't call a re, and he's pushing deer already.
You're right.
Oh no, he has to see it now, right? It's back in his file.
He does, you know.
Okay, okay, he sees it. Crisis averted. Wow, that was really weird though. But I guess he must have known it the whole time because the timing's gonna be perfect for that second boar to get back right as that first boar finishes. So he must have just walled off because I don't know. He thought JorDan might sneak in and I don't know, do something crazy inside his walls or something. In any case, both players doing pretty similar stuff here. Both players just now getting that second boar back under their TC. No loom, as you may expect on Arena. Oh, Viper can't quite get this last villager on this boar. And he's gonna just chop a tree instead. JorDan's got an idle. There he goes. Got a farm.
I haven't actually looked at JorDan's map that much. He needs to lure his deer from outside. It takes a little bit more time.
Yeah, but it's not too bad since his scout doesn't really need to be doing too much on Arena. And he's doing a good job. If this was me, that deer would have ran back like 30 times already. But he gets it through the gate and right by that TC. Good job. As for Viper, I didn't see. Did they? How many deer do they have? Do they both have 3? I don't know. This might be 4 from JorDan. I wasn't really paying attention. Been streaming this for a while.
As far as relics are concerned, which is important on Arena, I can see 3 relics closer to JorDan. Yeah, and still both have 1 relic on their base, and the rest are outside.
Yeah,
pretty much even placement.
Yeah, both get 1 in their walls. The other 3 are more or less slightly favoring JorDan. I guess 2 you could say are closer to JorDan, but.
I'm thinking about how many things you could do with Huns on Arena. Unfortunately, I'm not that experienced on Arena.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you expect coming here?
Well, I can only say Monk Rush is not an option, I guess, because monks, as far as I remember, Han monks, they don't have a very important. Let me check. Yeah, they don't have it. An upgrade allowing you to convert buildings and siege ramps. Yeah. So this is not a popular option. Castle push, I wouldn't do it either. You don't have special unique units like Turks or Mayans. I bet they will both go for booming, and maybe we could see a siege workshop and rams or onagers to distract each other, maybe, or well, even it could be some archers or scouts while collecting relics.
Well, thus far
I don't feel confident on the arena at all.
Thus far, what we've seen is 26 pop-ups for both players. They both also made a barracks while advancing the feudal. You can see Viper's going for a stable as one of his feudal buildings, stable and blacksmith, while JorDan's going for the archery range and blacksmith. So a little bit different here. We'll see just how aggressive each player chooses to try to be in Castle Age, as JorDan's now closing that front wall that he had deleted for I'm not sure why. Some good reason, I'm sure. But Viper, one stable. Both players basically doing the same thing. 26 pop up to feudal, and then the pretty much smooth transition to villagers, then clicking up. Second archery range going up for JorDan. And since he's not already building archers, obviously he's likely to be going for cav archers. Interesting. I'm not sure why Viper is building a second gate here. I'm sure there's
be close to exit.
Yeah, I get it. I guess I don't know. Is that worth giving up the stone for not a second TC? I don't know.
When going for a relic, you want to be closer to.
So you think Viper's gonna go for the relics then, pretty early? Gonna try to maybe get that one that he can see that's closer to JorDan's base than his.
Yeah, and looks like okay, Viper's gonna.
Where's the scout?
Let's see.
The scout is slightly in favor of Viper here. 5 more hit points on it, which can matter when you're trying to pick up these relics in early Castle Age. Is Viper... JorDan's slightly ahead in Castle Age, but not really significantly. Just like a second or two. But Viper is making knights and rallying them outside his base. Monastery immediately was built. For actually both, well, slightly ahead for Viper. Both players are getting the monastery, though. But it is cav archers for JorDan that are coming outside of his base. He's got 2 production buildings. Viper's only got 1.
And JorDan is slightly behind in building monastery.
Oh yeah, the monastery.
Yeah, and monastery. Oh well, he's they are building it at the same time.
So they are gonna try to have a little bit of a fight here for the relics. Let's see what happens. Here comes that monk baking in the oven here in this monastery, as these cav archers from JorDan just kind of dance around the middle. Oh, he's gonna get some hits on the scout. The scout turns around, and but here come the knights from Viper, and JorDan's gonna have to back away. Monk is now out for both players, I believe. Let's see if they go for the safe. Yeah, Viper actually looks like he's maybe got a pause in the game here.
Yes.
But Viper immediately just went for the relic within his walls.
Yes.
Not confident yet that he can take the faraway one. Oh, did JorDan do it too?
JorDan. Yes, JorDan.
No, JorDan's heading outside his base with that.
Yes, outside. Ah, okay.
Yeah, Viper got the one within his base. Sorry. But actually, JorDan's not taking. Okay, now he's going. He's got 4 cav archers already out. Fletching upgrade on them. Viper's just kind of sitting in his base. A little bit worried, perhaps.
I think he was waiting for Mandenhal, but also he was healing his scout, which is important because scout has more chances for killing a monk.
But he's going to run right into these cav archers and immediately get hurt again. And now that monk of JorDan's trying to convert that knight, but Viper's going to back away for the moment. Running back towards his mangonel. He does manage to take the relic just outside his wall. but he doesn't take any of the ones that JorDan really controlled. Oh, and okay, I thought JorDan might try to get greedy there and take out that monk with the relic, but he thinks better of it, backs away.
Yeah, would have been too risky.
He knows he can get 3 relics pretty much without contestation from Viper here, and I think he'll be happy to do so. Needs to be careful. Kind of ran into a mangonel shot there. Oh, 3 monks here. Let's see what he chooses to do. He gets 1 cav archer converted. Good job by Viper there. Although it just immediately dies, but what are you going to do with just 1 convert as JorDan brings back that 2nd relic? Oh, he's leaving his monk there. His monk's going to die if he's not careful. Mangonel takes out that monk for JorDan. Unfortunate for him. Viper maybe going to be the aggressor here. I don't see any village. It doesn't look like he's going to try to build in the middle. He's maybe just happy to take the, well, 2 relics. Certainly he had scouted where that one up at the north part of the map was and could see that JorDan's already got it. But what he can do is get this mangonel right on this main gold of JorDan, which is, oh, takes out that villager. Nice shot there.
Basically, he's adding a 2nd stable Viper instead of a 3rd TC. So he's going for heavily for, looks like, yeah, he's going to add knights.
So we may see some aggression here from Viper.
He sees JorDan's gold, which is forward, so that's why he decides to push the spot.
You can see most of JorDan's gold miners have moved to the left side and the left edge here. That's only safe gold he's got. Oh, he needs to be careful with this mangonel. Just avoiding some hits. And is not going to be able to get hit on that mangonel and now goes down. Good job by Viper there, as JorDan says, come on. Here's another siege workshop going up for JorDan. You know, he probably can't get this. Oh, can't quite get that mangonel of Viper right as that comes out of the siege workshop. And oh, good hit by Viper. Wow, just not going well for JorDan. At all. Oh God, what did that loud app sound? I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I thought I disabled that. Yeah, I guess they're telling me it's because I got nudged. But I thought I disabled.
Someone is nudging me to just put ignore. Add to the ignore list. And will stop. And that's how I do.
Here come a bunch of monks. Oh, come on, guys. Don't do this to me.
Someone nudging you?
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna ignore it.
Go user and ignore. It helps.
Yeah, I will in a second.
Or you can simply change the mode to
some guy named like cute. Hold on, God. Seriously, dude. It's this guy. This is who it is. I don't know how to. There, ignore.
I'm sending the name to top.
Oh God. Okay, now I just have to go D&D because now everyone's doing it. Everyone thinks they're a funny guy. God. You're gonna make me do it. Alright, sorry about that. Anyway. Viper killed that mining camp. But JorDan had obviously already evacuated that area and moved to the other side. It's knights versus cav archers here, and he has got about 12 knights inside the base of JorDan. Let's see how he's going to be able to do here. I thought there were more monks. Maybe they died. I didn't quite see what happened to JorDan's monk. But it actually looks like Viper's the one with more monks because he's got 4 monks here to back up about those 15 knights with 2 armor upgrades and those 2 mangonels. JorDan just kind of backing up to the north of his TC here, healing up his cav archers. And 1 for 1 on that mangonel shot. trying to pick off some of these spare knights that are kind of running towards the north away from the rest of the majority of the army for Viper, and he is kind of doing a good job here. It looks like kind of a mistake from Viper to let his army stray like that. But now he's running back onto the healing cover and convert cover of those monks. Although he needs to be careful here. And two of the monks go down. Good job splitting up the attacks by JorDan there with his cav archers. Didn't get anything converted in the process. Unfortunately, he is going to lose this Mangonel, which came out kind of on the wrong side of the siege workshop.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the second Mangonel to reinforce that first one for Viper.
Has he just lost all the monks, Viper?
I thought he had...
He used to have 3.
I know he lost 2 of them. Oh no. I don't see where the other 2 went, but I guess he did. I don't know how I didn't see that happen. I know he lost 2 of them when he kind of let them get a little bit too far forward. But JorDan, I guess, has done a pretty good. Oh man, he keeps putting these Mangonels outside of this siege workshop. Oh, he lost his monastery though, with those 3 relics. And now he popped out a whole bunch of pikemen here. Well, by a whole bunch, I mean like 3 or 4, I guess it's not really that many. But with those, and here comes a bunch actually of other pikemen from the way backside of his base that are now moving forward to try to engage against these knights with the back support.
And Viper has just lost 2 rams.
2 rams? How do
yes, 2 in a row. Or maybe, what was one JorDan's? I think both were Viper's rams. And I guess so.
Are you like, wait, rams? Where are you?
I mean, sorry, I mean onagers.
Oh, okay. Well,
it was a good job by JorDan.
JorDan defended really well there, and now he's the one that's pushing out, and now he's the one also with the score advantage. Unfortunately, Viper is already clicked up to Imperial Age, so we'll see just how long this advantage will last, as he's unfortunately getting kind of caught against these knights who are trying to get some hits in on these cav archers.
And he also immediately added a town center to secure his gold. Because he knows he could be pushed now back.
JorDan trying to hit and run on these knights, doing what he can. They do have bloodlines and the 2 Council Age upgrades. He does have the pop advantage, but he's going to be at a tech disadvantage, is JorDan, as soon as Viper hits Imperial Age, which is going to be in a little bit here. But JorDan won't be too far behind him, especially now that he's able to secure that main gold once again. You can see he's also making a TC right next to it. These are, oh wow, these 2 extra golds are right next to each other, and JorDan is putting the TC up there. With control of the center thus far, it's going to be a bit before maybe we'll see Viper able to try to contest that. Monastery is back up for JorDan. He's able to put those 3 relics back into the whatever the hell you call it, monastery.
Viper actually doesn't see those gold spots on the right. His map is not explored completely. It doesn't see them.
But Viper knows enough about this map that he has to know that there's those 2 extra golds somewhere. I know sometimes they kind of spawn in like the middle of the forest or whatever. Kind of surprised he hasn't looked further to see them. But maybe he just assumes they're there, I don't know. In the meantime, Viper now just up to Imperial Age. What is his Imperial Age plan here? By the way, Imperial Age also being researched for JorDan. You can see it's about halfway up. For Mr. Viper here, he's switched to cav archers himself. Forward coming JorDan, he's going to try to take out the Mangonel, and he does manage to do so, though does lose 2 cav archers in the process of that last dying hit from that Mangonel. He's unfortunately got his kind of pikemen way too far forward there. Now going to just get eaten alive by the town center and the cav archers of Viper.
Good job
that
by
wall.
blocking.
That's a funny wall. Wow. That's actually kind of funny. Good job by Viper there. But JorDan maybe will wait for his own Imperial Age research to finish now. They're actually even in population. at this point. 2 siege workshops being built in the middle of the map here by Viper. He's trying to... Oh, no, he's got a Magano and a Ram caught out here by JorDan. I don't know why it's just out here by itself in no man's land. And he's gonna... Well, I guess he could run under the castle, and I guess he'll keep this Ram alive, but he did lose that in Magano. But both players now in Imperial Age. You can see the scores are just about neck and neck. Capped Ram research going up for Mr. Viper here. Both players have kind of switched to Cav Archer. Oh, wow. So many more upgrades for Viper here. He's already got Bracer and 2 of the armor upgrades. Only Bodkin for JorDan and no armor upgrades on his Cav Archers. Oh, I didn't see this. He's actually... It's funny. Viper switched to Cav Archers, and JorDan switched to Knights. He's massing Knights. He's got 5 stables on the right side of his base, hopefully away from where he thinks Viper will be able to see them. I'm sure Cav is going up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the one who's going to switch, just as Viper switches. Let's see how this works out. He's maybe hoping Viper will invest kind of heavily into, like, capped Rams and stuff. Expecting a Cav Archer war, and I think he's right here. I mean, there's a bunch of capped Rams just sitting here in these siege workshops for Viper.
Yeah, Viper definitely doesn't know that JorDan is switching to cavalry. But...
Well... Does JorDan have enough yet? Oh, he's gonna get... Oh, wow, Viper just turned around. I don't think he saw
Viper sees the stables now.
He does see the stables, and he sees the flags over them. He knows there's units inside them. He's trying to get on some of these gold miners by this castle and the town center.
No, JorDan is researching paladins.
Oh, man. He's obviously, I mean, he's behind on pop, but obviously that's because he spent a lot of resources into getting the upgrades on the knight line, the paladins, and etc. etc.
And he was smart to secure that gold on the right beforehand, because paladins are so gold heavy.
Yeah.
You want as much gold as you can.
Does Viper still not know that's there? It looks like he can see the farms to me, but I don't know if that's a... Maybe he can't. I don't know.
What are you asking?
Do you think Viper knows that gold is there? Oh, here come the paladins coming right in onto these heavy cav archers. And Viper is going to have to back away here. He's got his own knights, but they're significantly out-tapped.
I'm surprised how is he adding barracks only now. He definitely saw stables like 3 minutes ago already. But now he realizes this is serious, so he needs to add pikemen, halberdines.
Well, for the moment, the problem is that he doesn't have pop. He can't make more halberdiers because he's at 200 pop. But obviously that'll change shortly as they start engaging. Castle coming out just outside of his walls for JorDan. Some siege rams. Oh, look at all those siege rams coming forward on the left side of the map for Viper as the paladins come and try to surround and get some hits in onto these cav archers. But they're also coming right in on the siege rams, and no protection for those siege rams. Castle is up for JorDan. Viper's backing away. He's kind of throwing away these siege rams to maybe take down some of the walls, and trying to get as many hits as he can without repercussion on these paladins. He's actually doing a decent job of it. Just kind of continuing to back away until JorDan gives up chase.
I would expect now JorDan also adding some skirms sooner or later, because he's facing an army of cavalry archers and halberdines, so skirms would help. While you are steadily, gradually start to run out of gold.
Yeah, again, remember the relic count here. 3 for JorDan, 2 for Viper. Scores back and forth, neck and neck. JorDan's got the heavy cav upgrade as well to maybe try to help deal with halberdiers and such. He's got a decent number of the cav archers too. Now he's going forward, going to take out some of these kind of stragglers in front of Viper's army, and now he's going for the ram, taking them out. Oh, here come the halberdiers on the right side. Now he immediately backs his powders away, trying to get the cav archers to get as many good hits in on those halberdiers of Viper. Completely untouched on the cav archers.
He's losing too many powders. I don't like it.
Yeah,
he's losing them.
Viper didn't get, like, none of those. He's got maybe, what, like 40 cav archers does Viper, and none of them even really took damage that whole fight. Just able to shoot at will at the paladins, at the cav archers of JorDan thus far.
You see on the right?
Oh no!
What's going on the right?
Really bad for JorDan there. He's gonna lose that gold control.
He's immediately building a castle to the left and going for another gold pile on the left of the map.
Yeah, he's sending some of the cav archers over on the right side to try to deal with what's going on over there, and he's actually got some siege, so maybe he can take that back. We'll see. Treb's coming onto the castle in the middle of the map here of JorDan. Viper kind of camping around his siege, protecting it as he sends siege rams forward. Hussars also available for JorDan. We obviously already saw Viper's Hussars on the right side of the map. No repair coming up on this castle in the middle for JorDan. As he's maybe more focused on what's going on the right side of the map to maybe try to secure this gold, but here are all the cav archers of Viper. JorDan needs to be careful here. He's backing away. And
he needs to add skirms. Why is he not doing it?
JorDan was able to kind of suicide on that Treb in the middle of the map and maybe buy some time for that castle in the middle, but he is struggling to secure this gold on the right side of the map so far. Well, now he's got the repairs in the middle. The castle is good for now. Ram versus ram action on the far left side. Over here on the right side, yeah, just JorDan is just he's trying to do what he can with the paladins, but Viper is just not letting him get those paladins onto those cav archers. He's continuing to back away, force them into bad positions, and it just hasn't really worked out for JorDan thus far with those paladins. But we'll see. Maybe he'll be able to change his luck here. Turning around and starting to engage against these cav archers. He's also got a couple of siege rams that are coming forward and maybe going to try to get onto this castle and siege workshop coming forward for Viper. Some halberdiers coming to reinforce the army of Viper, trying to take out the Hussar and cav contingent, and doing a good job thus far. He's got a bunch of cav archers that are trying to take out these siege rams, really, which is less than ideal, but he's still got a decent number sitting under the castle. Does Viper, although now he's going to have to be careful. He's going to have to back away. I don't see a ton going on in the central or left part of the map. It looks like they're mostly focused on what's going on over here on the right. And it's JorDan's going to blink first. He's going to have to back away. He's, again, already lost his town center and almost everything that he had over here on the right side. So many heavy cav archers just sitting there for Viper, picking off what stray units JorDan lets stray into their path. Now, oh man, he's taking out all these villagers as well. Bad news for JorDan, who's now finding his castle in the middle under siege, although he may be able to actually get some hits on the Treb here. Well, no, he's not going to. Viper looks like he's got control of the middle of the map. There's still some ram action going on the left side, but most of the army is over here in the middle, and it actually looks like JorDan's now in the position of Viper, where he's just kind of backing away with his cav archers, trying to get as many good hits, free hits, safe hits onto the army of Viper that he can, but unfortunately his castle is quickly dying to the Treb fire as he now has his cav archers turning and trying to hit the cav archers of Viper. Viper is actually the first to back away here waiting for his 3 traps to maybe do as much damage as they can. And I think they may be able to take down the scouts, so we'll see if they're able to do so. Yeah, no.
No.
Oh my god, it's so close. There it goes. The castle is finally down for JorDan, and it's not looking good for him at all.
And you see, he doesn't have chemistry. I don't think it's a big deal, but still, you want to have as much. You want to take as much value out of fighting, so you want this upgrade usually. But he doesn't have it.
Yeah, he's also down about 40 pop from what Viper's at. Viper up's at pop count.
I feel like he wasted so much on Paladin's upgrade and on making Paladins, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah.
He now is not using them, but he wasted so much gold.
Yeah, not cheap to get Cavalier and Paladin upgrade. And of course the Paladins themselves are expensive gold-wise.
He's about to lose his castle on the left too. Yeah, he has just lost it on the left.
Looks like this might be the end of the line here for JorDan.
Yeah, he is in a trouble.
Viper trying to regroup in the middle of the map for maybe one last decisive push through the heart of JorDan's base, having already secured the right and sort of the left side. But he is... he's running into Tarkins. Well, a Tarkin, I guess I should say. JorDan actually looks like he's got more of the army here. But,
you think so?
Well, I think he's got more rams, and I think that's going to soak up more fire and let his, well, Cav archers do better.
Yes.
But I also, it looks like Viper's got such better reinforcement. He's got so many buildings right behind it. But JorDan may be able to take out some of these traps with these rams. He's taken out 2 of them already. He's still got a good number of, well, both players really haven't lost any Cav archers. Because they've both been just attacking the rams with the Cav archers. Now they're starting to get Cav archer on Cav archer action. And, oh man. Viper still hasn't moved that Treb away, and I think it's gonna die. But yeah, I mean, there's so many Cav archers still alive. Neither player really lost like any Cav archers there. It's just mutual destruction of like halberdiers and Trebs and other siege. But both players still with pretty much their entire Cav archer army intact. Viper, as you can see, at basically pop cap. And actually, JorDan's pretty close to it too. But you can see he's hurting for gold. And he's actually losing some villagers up top here as well. So, slowly but surely he's getting pushed back here. Viper taking more and more control in the middle. JorDan trying to maybe rebuild on the left side, but it doesn't look like the Viper's going to let him do that. Trebbing down this TC that was won by the main gold of JorDan with the siege ram support, taking down that siege workshop.
Yeah, looks good. Oh, looks bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Well, he did kill that trap, but it looks like it may be only delaying the inevitable here for JorDan. He's got some hussars in the way back of his base as well that he's trying to deal with. Yeah, he still hasn't done chemistry either.
Oh, he still has... Or is it... I was on Viper's point of view. Viper has lots of resources and JorDan...
Yeah, he's about to run out.
Run out of food.
JorDan says sorry. Why JorDan would say sorry?
And he X'd for something. I don't know.
I don't...
Maybe killing some units.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But he's lost his monastery now too, so he's completely out of gold income at this point. Hurting for food. I'm actually surprised he even has this high of a pop, considering everything that has kind of gone on thus far, but still got a 170 pop army. He needs to get the relics back under his control if he thinks he's going to turn this around, but I don't think he actually does think that's going to happen. Oh, yeah.
He used to have, when I was pointing it out 10 minutes ago, he used to have his university.
In the front of the base, I guess?
Huh?
In the front of the base, I guess?
Yes, somewhere. I don't remember where, but I have seen it.
Well, one thing you can't say is JorDan definitely didn't give up. He gave it his all every game. There are some games, including this one, that didn't look like they were going to work out for him, and he really turned them into games.
Yeah.
Long games, I guess. Games that we saw a lot of action in. Regardless of the score being kind of one-sided, looking like it'll end up 5-1 in favor of Viper here. It was still, I think, a really entertaining series. And I'm happy that I was able to watch these games. Yes. Two of the best players in the game. Maybe even the two best players in the game. Putting on a show for us here tonight in the finals.
Guys are now discussing why JorDan doesn't have chemistry. Is going to be the main question of this matchup. The main mystery. The main mystery of the whole finals.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
Oh, don't worry, guys. He's making university now. Oh
probably,
no, he doesn't have the gold.
I think he's stream cheating. He knows we are asking about chemistry, so he's now.
He doesn't have the gold to make chemistry though. He wants to make wood.
Us. Yeah, he doesn't have gold, but he's trying.
Yeah, JorDan knows if he just researches chemistry, he'll probably win the game. In any case, though, obviously the big thing coming up is the Clash of Titans tournament. This tournament, with just 4 people that were invited, in addition to Viper and JorDan, who we saw today, Chris and Ryut as well participating. Do you think those 4 players are all going to make, say, the top 8, the whatever qualification round where they get to the double elimination?
Well, the top 8, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
Was very. I mean, you're talking about Viper, Riot, and JorDan.
And
yes?
Chris. Yeah.
Yes, Chris too. I'm sure they will. I was very unexpectedly surprised by how Riot showed himself in his matchup against Viper. I know so many people were discussing on forums about some maybe cheating or something unfair, but I'm pretty much sure it was a serious matchup. So Viper was doing his not maybe best, but he was trying, and Riot proved to be very good. And I think it's all about styles. We've seen so long games today because of Viper's and JorDan's defensive styles. They love micro planning, and that's why you usually end up in late games. And with Riot, it's completely different. And he has so many chances to beat many strongest players with his aggressiveness. And same goes for some other top players who have big chances when using their strong points.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that's
something to look forward to for sure. I mean, it's really an exciting time to be an Age of Empires fan right now. A lot of really cool things coming up, a lot of cool things that we've seen. Again, this was the finals of the Top Experts League. Viper has won it in the finals 5-1 over JorDan. Huge thanks to Mazmora, who just now finally was able to get away and come by to stick around and see this. Big thanks to him for putting
Yes.
this together. It was
Yes, thanks
quite
for
cool.
Miss Moran.
And
It was a pleasure.
thanks to Voobly for hosting these streams as well, and AOC Zone for getting the word out. Again, here the final score is 5-1 in favor of Viper. Maybe a bit of a teaser, if you will, for what we have coming up next in, kind of the AOC community with the Clash of the Titans tournament coming up shortly. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
thanks for watching, guys. Anything you'd like to
Thanks.
say before we leave here, Levy?
Just to also say thanks to Miss Mora, and it was a pleasure for having me, and thanks for watching. That's it.
I will second that. Thanks, guys. We'll be seeing you around.
Goodbye.